Stop scrolling. This is the real science-backed truth about anti-aging creams. Nothing misleading. Hit the subscribe button. Anti-aging creams are one of the most heavily marketed products in the world, promising to reverse age and turn back the clock. But when you strip away all the advertising hype and celebrity endorsements, the scientific reality is nuanced and often very different from what claims on glossy bottles suggest. In this in-depth explanation, I'll walk you through what the evidence actually says, ingredient by ingredient, mechanism by mechanism, so you can understand what creams can truly do, what they might do, and what they absolutely do not do when it comes to aging skin. First, let's clear up a fundamental confusion. The term anti-aging itself is a marketing phrase more than a scientific one. Aging is a natural biological process influenced by genetics, cumulative sun exposure, lifestyle, hormones, and environmental factors. No topical product can halt that fundamental process or reverse biological age. Instead, what we evaluate scientifically is whether a product can improve the appearance of signs commonly associated with aging, like fine lines, wrinkles, laxity, uneven pigmentation, dryness, or texture, and whether it can influence underlying skin biology in a meaningful, measurable way. At the most basic level, most anti-aging creams do one thing exceptionally well: hydrate the skin. Moisturization doesn't change how old your skin is, but it plumps dehydrated tissue, temporarily making fine lines look softer and the skin surface smoother compared with dry, flaky skin. Even very simple, inexpensive moisturizers can achieve this. Most of the dramatic before and after photos you see in ads are, at least in part, due to hydration and lighting rather than long-term tissue remodeling. But hydration alone is not what most people are paying top dollar for. So let's break down the ingredients that have been studied, what the research shows, and how meaningful the effects are. The most proven and widely studied class of anti-aging actives are retinoids, compounds related to vitamin A. Retinoids, particularly prescription-strength tretinoin, are the gold standard in dermatology because there are multiple clinical trials showing they can stimulate skin cell turnover, increase collagen production, and reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles over months of consistent use. Retinoids work at the cellular level to encourage newer, healthier skin cells to replace older, sun-damaged ones. Prescription formulations are stronger than over-the-counter retinol, but both belong to the same family. However, retinoids are not magic. They can cause irritation, dryness, redness, and increased sun sensitivity, and results take time, often 8-12 weeks or longer with consistent use. Vitamin C, ascorbic acid and stable derivatives, is another ingredient with some supportive evidence. It acts primarily as an antioxidant, helping to neutralize free radicals generated by UV exposure and pollution, and it can support collagen synthesis. When present in stable, adequately concentrated formulas, vitamin C can brighten skin tone and provide modest improvements in texture and pigmentation. Alpha-hydroxy acids, AHAs, like glycolic and lactic acid, work by exfoliating the outer layer of dead skin cells. This can improve texture, make skin look brighter and more even, and in some cases, slightly stimulate collagen over time. But these effects are generally subtle and require regular use and sun protection to maintain. Hyaluronic acid is another ingredient often highlighted in anti-aging creams. It is a humectant, meaning it attracts and holds water. This can plump skin temporarily and improve hydration in the short term, which makes wrinkles look softer, but it doesn't rebuild structural collagen or change the deeper layers of the skin. Some creams include peptides, which are small chains of amino acids. Certain peptides, such as palmitoyl peptides, have shown promise in stimulating collagen production modestly in laboratory or explant studies, but their clinical efficacy in topical creams is often underwhelming unless they're part of a well-designed formulation with effective delivery systems. There are many other popular ingredients: botanical extracts, stem cell complexes, exotic oils, and natural antioxidants that may sound scientific, but the research either shows little real effect or is simply insufficient. In some cases, companies cite in vitro findings, test tube results, that don't translate into practical benefits when applied to human skin. And regulators like the U.S. Food and Drug Administration do not require cosmetic products to prove effectiveness before being marketed, so many products are sold with claims that go far beyond what science supports. A key point here: even when certain ingredients have some evidence for improving signs of aging, that doesn't mean every cream containing them is effective. Many products contain these molecules at very low concentrations or in formulations that don't penetrate the skin well. If the active ingredient can't reach living skin cells in meaningful amounts, it won't have a biological effect. Here's another reality check. Most creams, even those with retinoids, show temporary improvement as long as you continue to use them. Once you stop, the visible effects generally fade over time because the underlying biological processes have not been permanently altered. Skin aging is continuous, and no topical cream has ever been shown to stop it. That brings us to a distinction many people miss: appearance versus aging biology. Many anti-aging creams can improve the appearance of aging signs, like fine lines, dullness, or uneven tone, especially when used consistently with sunscreen and proper skincare. But there's no evidence that any cream can slow the cellular or systemic aging process in a meaningful way. Real age reversal, in the scientific sense, is currently beyond the reach of topical cosmetics. Sunscreen deserves special mention here. Of all measures you can take to preserve youthful skin, daily broad-spectrum sun protection has the strongest evidence for delaying the visible signs of aging, because UV exposure is the primary external cause of skin aging. Sunscreen doesn't reverse wrinkles, but it significantly slows their development and should be part of any anti-aging approach. Now let's talk about where anti-aging creams truly fit into an evidence-based skincare regimen: hydration and barrier support. Moisturizers and ceramides help maintain skin comfort and surface texture. Photoprotection. Sunscreen is essential for slowing UV-induced damage. Retinoids. When tolerated and used consistently, they improve fine lines and texture over months. Antioxidants. Vitamin C and similar molecules can support defense against oxidative stress. Exfoliants. AHAs can refine texture and enhance glow. Even with these ingredients, expectations should be measured. None will deliver dramatic, instantaneous age reversal. Instead, improvements are gradual, moderate, and cumulative with long-term use. Finally, lifestyle factors, good nutrition, avoiding smoking, quality sleep, stress management, and minimal sun exposure are often more impactful on both skin appearance and overall health than any topical cream alone. These systemic factors influence collagen integrity, inflammation, and free radical damage from the inside out. In summary, anti-aging creams are not a scam, but they are also not miracle solutions. They can improve how your skin looks and feels, especially in the short term, and some ingredients have scientific support for modest long-term benefits. But they cannot reverse biological aging or replace sun protection and healthy lifestyle habits. Like all medical and cosmetic interventions, the key is understanding their limitations, using evidence-based ingredients at effective doses, and being patient and consistent rather than swayed by clever marketing.